Hello, everyone. My name is Lida Walsh, and I am Head of Solution at Harris Interactive, and I will introduce you to our High Brands Sustainability Framework. Later on, we will share with you some case studies from banking sector, newspapers, energy, and spirit category. For some time, we were thinking if the traditional frameworks for measuring brand equity models are reflecting the modern way of marketing brands. There's evidence that looking only to brand equity and penetration is not enough to build a sustainable brand. Brands owners are interested how their brands will perform in the future. We still measure core brand health measures, which is brand knowledge, such as awareness, familiarity, and brand penetration, together with core brand equity. These measures reflect the past and present brand health development. But it's not enough. For brands to be sustainable, we have to measure future relevance. Is the brand going to evolve according to future customer needs? And if they are still going to be relevant to consumers? To ensure brand sustainability, the brand has to have good level of vitality. So what we mean by vitality? At first, there has to be some excitement about the brand. People must be eager to buy or use it and actively looking for information about the brand. Also, consumers have to have some sense of community or attachment to the brand. It means that there must be two-way interactions with the brand to allow co-creation. And there must be some level of empathy, such as personal identification with the people from the brand and empathy with other users. Then we calculate a high brand scores. There are 13 core questions which feed into the high brand pillars. These were extensively researched and validated during the framework development. A mechanism how to calculate one number high brand score was identified, and it was proven that this score strongly correlates with the marketing outcomes of brand consideration and consequent purchase. However, what we find even more interesting is the brand sustainability metrics, which gives us deep diagnostics. The vertical side of the matrix shows how strong a brand is in terms of its penetration and equity, which are the traditional measures. The horizontal side shows to what extent the brand is future relevant. The size of the bubble shows brand vitality. Building brands scores low across all measures. They have low future relevance and very low vitality. Second quadrant represents strong brands. These brands have high penetration and equity, but low future relevance. The level of vitality tends to be also very low. Challenging brands quadrant is very interesting. These brands are shaking the market and challenging status quo. They are future relevant, they have massive vitality, but these brands still working towards improving penetration and brand equity. They tend to be niche. Compelling brands have it all. They are future relevant, have great penetration and equity, and their vitality is very healthy. Now I ask my colleague Magda Jabłkowska-Cytko to share with you outputs from the FMCG sector.
My name is Magda and I'm a research director in FMCG team. I am going to take you through the last presentation today. So sit back and relax as we'll talk cocktails and perfect recipes for success. Let's start with a short overview of the brand. Aperol is an old Italian brand created in 1919, a year after the First World War, perhaps to celebrate the peace, beauty of life, freedom, and happiness. Its unique taste is based on a secret mystical recipe, bittersweet mix of herbs and fruits. Aperol Spritz was born in 1950s with a strong positioning as a social bonding drink accompanying having food together. The product has quickly gained fame across the globe. To put things into perspective, let's look at some numbers. Aperol achieved impressive sales increase both globally and in the UK, and it was thanks to its organic growth to a great extent. How all of this was possible? According to Aperol marketing director Nick Williamson, this is all thanks to playing a different game. First of all, there has been a smart strategy developed where Aperol started to capitalize on existing strong trends. Prosecco's boom, increased appeal of modern cocktails, moving away from traditional ones such as vodka and Coke or whiskey and Coke to something new, more dynamic and fresh. Long-term decrease in alcohol consumption per head, where people started to drink less, but better quality drinks, and where Aperol Spritz successfully addressed this more sophisticated need. Venue landscape has also changed. Pubs designed primarily for drinking either died or evolved to more dining style of venues with higher quality drinks. By building on all these trends, Aperol created a strong foundation for its success. This has been supported by wise marketing outdoor activities, focusing on a consistent communication theme, simple, bright and orange, and therefore eye-catching. No matter where you are and how tired you are, you still notice it. There is no mention of the brand heritage. It focuses purely on a product and consumers' needs. The Aperol brand has capitalized on an increasing importance of social media, and it became one of the most active alcohol brands on Instagram. This drives awareness and word of mouth. The brand encourages consumers to share their experience, and consumers want to share it as drinking Aperol Spritz makes them look good, cool and trendy. There are no pushy brand mentions, just a drink and people having fun. Aperol is classy, a drink in a nice big glass with fresh fruit in it. It builds a connection with Italy, always elegant and fashionable. Aperol has also invested in organizing experiential events. The last one was held in London, offering Vespa Corso, Aperol Canal and live DJ. Everyone can come, tickets are £10 each and they include pizza and 2 Aperol Spritz cocktails. But more importantly, a day full of fun that creates a strong bond with the brand and hundreds of brand advocates. So with all this context, let's now see what we can learn from our high brands data. For the purpose of our analysis, we have selected a number of key players in the spirits market: Tanqueray, Jack Daniels, Smirnoff, Bacardi, and a pure aperitif, Martini Vermouth. Aperol is number 1 at the overall level and scores very highly across the board age-wise. It comes as number 1 amongst older consumers and scores very strongly amongst younger generation, closely following Jack Daniels and being on par with Tanqueray. So how does this data break down in our sustainability matrix? Aperol scores just on average on brand equity, the more traditional measure represented by the vertical axis. At the same time, Aperol is a leader on brand future relevance, shown by the horizontal axis. If we look at the bubble size, it is also the most powerful brand in terms of brand vitality. This proves that their marketing activities aiming at building a strong long-term bond with consumers are very effective and should be continued. These 2 dimensions, brand future relevance and vitality, are built on a number of measures that we'll now drill down into. Starting from the left-hand side, consumers believe that Aperol brand is likely to evolve to take account of their changing needs, which builds brand future relevance. They feel encouraged to seek for information about the brand and also recognizes that the brand wants to stay in regular contact with them. This too builds strong brand excitement. Consumers also identify themselves with the brand and other people who use it, which creates a strong brand community. All these measures contribute massively to the overall brand success. Had we used a traditional brand equity approach, we would risk overlooking how successful current marketing activities are in these areas. We would also risk moving the investment somewhere else. Yes, there has been some weaknesses identified, and they should be addressed, having this holistic, not past, but present and future picture in mind. That's it from my side. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please get in touch.